Hey guys, welcome to a new series of The Lost and Dead Zone. What I've learned in The Lost and Dead Zone. So, as we all know, I've been what's the word? Uh, Vacuum for 4 months because of exam. So, in this video, there was one of you that commented that if I can do a The Lost and Dead Zone tutorial. Well, I will say that I'm not a pro yet, so I cannot do a tutorial video, but I guess I can do something like what I have learned in the Lost and Dead Zone as a tips and tricks, with some of what I say in the video might be wrong, some might be right, some might be just speculation, I'm not sure. So if there's something that I said wrong, or you guys have something that I think I didn't say, like something you know that I didn't say, go ahead and comment, because that will both help me out and also help out the other people that watch the video that didn't know about that. So in this video we will start with talking about scavenging. Now we all know that scavenging is usually used when we need food, water, uh, materials, what's the word, weapons, then gears, books, or maybe boxes if you need them, and junk for what's the word, emergency materials. We have 5 people. We can send 5 people in a one mission. Max is 5, and we have 10 for max survivor that we can have on our account. I guess that's the word I was looking for. Well, and then there's 5 kind of survivor: the scavenger, recon, fighter, engineer, and medic. Well, you can count leader as something else. Well, I guess you can count leader as one of them because it depends on how you build them. For me, I usually like to have fast walking on him, so I usually put more recon points on my leader. Though I think that might be wrong because, well, then again, every people have different playstyle, and I'm not sure if my playstyle is a good one or not. So I would say do not follow my playstyle. Maybe there's something better out there. So let's say I have a recon, a leader, which is kind of like a recon. Well, mine is like a recon and a fighter. I'll send 3 of them in a single mission. Now, there's a lot of place in the when you can scavenge, right? For example, you can go to the gun store, or maybe you can go to the department store, or maybe you can go to the normal store, or maybe you can go to the street, or maybe you can go to the park, or maybe you can go to the residence, or we can go to the apartment, or you can go to the bridge, or you can go to the military base, or you can go to the convenience store, or we can go to the depot, or we can go to the warehouse, or we can go to the, what else is there, I forgot. Yeah, sorry, I made this video before I start playing again after the last 4 months of vacuum, so my memory is not that good to the game yet. Anyways, I'll send 3 of them. Usually the fighters, because he's a tank, he has a really good health. He's slow, but you can give him a good boots, or maybe you can make him a more tank and give him a better armor. For me, I think in the video before I used a tanky fighter, so he used a. Well, no, actually, I didn't. Actually, no, I didn't use. Oh yeah. I use a fast. I use fast. I use fast. The one that used the bandolier was the other fighter that was on raiding. When we're going to raid, then we will use the bandolier. But that's for another subject. So you use your fighter, or maybe your engineer, because your engineer is kind of decent for a tank, but the best one would be the fighter. You give him a fast that can reduce the melee damage, because the zombie doesn't do range damage, so why would you use a range defense fast on a fighter that goes to scavenging on a zombie location? And you can use the more health in the fast, or maybe you can use the fast that has both of them in it. Then the recon. The reason why I use recon in this team is because from my experience in playing, somehow the recon is more lucky than the scavenger in getting stuff. Like for example, I'm sure I'll put a video in the background here where he, Christopher Wright, found 2 uniques in a single run. Hey! Oh! Holy shit! Rare! Unique! Unique SVD! Holy shit! Please be effective range. Please be effective range. What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy sh! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I've been sending right with the bonus for quality on searching that, and nothing rare is found. And I just send you to search one thing, and you found 2 rare. What the fuck? Well, it's really rare for Sean Jones to find a rare or something. So yeah, that's why I used the recon, and he also used the Survivor's Hope, which is a really high DPS. Well, no, a really high APS. Well, I guess the DPS is kind of high for its level 2. A really high APS for its level Scar, because I like APS. Yeah, I like attack per second. Actually, I think that's most of the reason why I use Survivor's Hope, because I like attack per second. You know, the zombie lawnmower weapons. So yeah, I gave him that so he can be zombie lawnmower, and he can also, well, no, actually no, the Survivor Hopes wasn't equipped by. Wait, was it Survivor's Hope that was on Right, or was it on me? I think it used to be on me, then I found something better for me, so I gave Survivor's Hope to Right. I think that's how it was. Well, anyways, yeah, I gave him a ranged weapon, assault rifle. Why? Because he's also good with assault rifle. Because recons are good with assault weapon, bladed weapon, and long rifle. Well, assault rifle, not assault weapon. And then I use, I think, bandolier. No. Was it bandolier or was it glass? I think it was bandolier, and a high IPS weapon on myself. So choose 3 people. I usually send Right because he is better. He is more lucky than me, and well, I even equip a clothes that give him more luck on finding stuff. Anyways, let's skip that. I mean, usually I just send Right for scavenging, me for the landmower, and Cooper as the tank. So yeah, we can say that. And then but uniques and rares, from what I remember, is that in scavenging, the chance of getting unique and rare is like a dice roll. Well, I guess RNG, right? RNG. So, for example, maybe we want to get a, let's say, a long range, let's say an SVD or a PSG. Well, let's just say SVD because I think I use SVD instead of PSG. And in here, I think I'll put a picture of what Khan said in the forum before. I remember that Khan said that, let's say it's a dice roll of 6. 1 is for the SVD, 2 is for something other weapons until 6. And then we roll and say what weapon we choose. Let's say we got an SVD from the roll. We got number 1. Well, or maybe number 6. I think if we follow D&D rules, the bigger the numbers is better. So if we roll 6, that means we get this SVD, right? And then we also roll again. And we roll on top of the items to see that if we actually get the prefix of that, right? Yeah, I think it was for the modifier on the weapons. For example, purple weapons. Was it elite? Yeah, elite. Elite is both major weapons modifier, or maybe major gear modifier. Anyways, major modifier. And the modifier both is that You roll. I think you roll twice. The first one is for the modifier, the first modifier. The second is for the second modifier. The first one is, you know what, I think I shall just read it. You know what, this is what I learned in Red Zone, so I should have something that I remember in my head. So I'm not gonna look it up. You roll twice. The first one to see what modifier you get on the first one. The second, what you roll in the second. Well, you can see if I'm correct or not in the background. So I think I'll edit it if edit it in and say that I'm a dumbass or something if I got it wrong. So let's say you get a major, and you get another major roll. You will get a, let's say the first major roll will be sighted, because sighted was a good roll if I recall correctly, because it increased your range and it's also increased your hit chance, wasn't it? Or was it? Yeah, hit chance and range. And then the second one would be, what's the second best? Was it higher damage? I think that was higher damage, or maybe higher APS. I forgot, because I remember that 3 out of 3 weapon, 3 out of 3 long range was damage, range, and APS. Let's say a sighted recoils. Well, no, does recoil? No, the recoil was a sighted scope. Yeah, why not a sighted scope? Let's say a sighted scope for better range. Well, no, scope also only increase hit chance. So let's say we got the sighted scope. Maybe that's a elite. Yeah, that's an elite, I think. And then you do another roll to see if it's a unique or if it stays as elite. So that's why sometimes people call elite as failed unique, because an elite has a chance to become unique. And then there's the book like Ooh Shiny, and another book like Luther's book, and then also the clothes that increase quality, increase quality scavenge. And I think I remember I read somewhere from the chat, the radio, that said that if you found a unique in a day, for the next 24 hours it will drop your chance to find another unique. So I'm not sure if that's wrong, if that's correct. That's what I remember I read from the radio. And I think that was on camera too, so yeah, I don't think you can see that in the video. Oh yeah, rush. In scavenging, we will encounter the name of rush. Rush is when the zombies come running at you. I think that has something to do with the chance of it happening. I think it has something to do with the noise. But then again, I remember reading somewhere that people use a zero noise weapon and it still happens. So I think that might not be correct, but maybe it only increased the chance of it coming. And then there's also the elite infected, which will drop a elite infected box where you can open, and it usually have infamous components and fuel, if I remember correctly. And then what else? Those enemies are more stronger. Well, yeah, the elite infected is more stronger. I think it's like a tankier version of the infected. They're bigger, they're faster, I think, and they also have weapons. They can one-shot the recon, if you're wondering about that. I think they're the berserker, but only one. The berserker was a zombie that was on Halloween, if you are wondering. Well, Halloween 2016, no, Halloween 2015, not 2016, because it didn't shows up in 2016. And what else that I can say here? Oh yeah, fuel. The number of fuel that you can get in a day has something to do with what's the word? Has something to do with your level. You can see from the game that there is, when you're about to scavenge, there it show you what the location have. For example, convenience store will have the picture of apple and bottled water. That means it has an app, it has food and water inside it. Like high chance of finding that. You can find something else other than that. And then there's some place that I think you should not go. For example, a place like office, the office building, or maybe the residence, because you can get more stuff from other place. For example, if you want weapon and if you want more medical stuff, you can go to the hospital. If you want some gears, you can just go to a military base or large park or something like that. If you want food and water, you can just go to the store. Supermarket. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Supermarket. You can go to the supermarket because they have more food and water. It's better to go to a place that is more focused on the stuff than go to the place that is more spread out, because you will have a lower yield on that, and possibly that the highest yield you get from that is something that you were looking for. For example, if you were looking for food and water, you go to the residence, and then suddenly the most that you get wasn't food and water. You only get like 5 food, 6 water, and 20 medical stuff, which isn't something that you weren't looking for, but you still need it later on. But that's not something you need specifically right now. And then I think that's it. I don't know anything else that I can say in the scavenging video. Yeah, I think that's it that I know. I'll probably cut this part out, in and out. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. As you can see in the video, possibly the next video, whatever you watch, maybe the next what I've learned in that zone video. I'll see you guys in this video. Goodbye, see you guys later. Bye.